Okay, it's the moment you've all been waiting for, Christmas in July. What have I done? Well, I've got Melanie here and she's going to help me share my stories.
Hi, everyone. I can't wait to see what Nikki's put together this month.
Well, if you checked out Melanie's video on Monday, she got 80 cards completed. And I got 4 layouts done in 3 cards.
Hey, that's nothing to sneeze at, especially because you're not a card maker. So even that many cards is, way to go.
Yep. So I think I shared 5 projects that I was going to do. And we had talked a little bit about that one where I'd already documented it. I forgot that kit was there. So that's the one layout I didn't get done.
Well, that's not bad. If you managed to do all the others, that's still pretty good.
Yeah. So now I just have, I think, my Renaissance Fair for 2022 to finish. And then I'm done with 2022.
Wow,
So
that's impressive. It's only like just over halfway through 2023. So good job.
I don't know if that's a good job or not. I guess most people are like super behind and I'm like almost done. Almost.
Well, I'm stuck in 2011, so I would say good job.
Well, yeah, good thing you made all those pre-layouts just now for Christmas so you can catch up at least on Christmas.
Yeah, that's gonna be my next thing, is just to go through photos and just match them up and just knock those layouts out. But someday.
Someday. It's more fun to work on the current, right? Like I'm already pretty much done with 2023 too, kind of. I need to print photos, but
Yeah,
it is what it is.
that's
So,
my problem, is printing the photos. And it doesn't matter if I send away to get the photos printed or if I print at home, it's still printing photos. Like I got to go through, figure out which ones I want. It used to be so much easier in the day where you just had a roll of film and you just got them printed. Like that was it. But
yep, and you didn't take as many photos too, right? Like now you have to zoom in, make sure everybody's eyes are open, and then zoom out. Like you had no option with those films.
that's right. You're right. We got what we got and we had to live with it, right?
Right. So, okay, let's do project share. So we're going to start with the layouts and then we're going to talk about the cards.
Okay.
So first layout is from 49
Ooh,
Market.
I love
So,
that.
yeah, remember I picked this paper because my hair is blue and the background is blue. So
Yeah.
then I journaled in blue as well. Really
Awesome.
keeping with that theme. And I love the way I use these tags here. I think that's probably my favorite part, that there's 3 tags around my photo.
Yeah. I
And
actually really love the way you embellished this. It looks like it fits in with the pre-printed paper, which is
mhm.
something I always kind of struggle with 49 and Market, because the paper's so beautiful. Like how do you layer everything and still make it all work? So you did a great job.
Thank you. And it was easier too because I'd already picked the embellishments. So I did not go back and add embellishments to any of my layouts. What I did is if I did not use everything, I would just move it to the next layout. So this is
Oh,
the
that's a
first
good idea.
layout.
Yeah.
And then my second layout, I do have faces covered for privacy. So it kind of looks a little weird, but I used the Vicky Bouton really popular wreath and I added some florals in a couple different spots, and I really like my bell at the top. I think that's my
Oh,
favorite.
that's perfect. Now, did
So,
you just layered the photo right on top of the wreath, right? You didn't trim out any leaves or
yep,
anything to tuck it under or anything like that.
yep, nope. I just use my embellishments to kind of cover those spots.
I noticed you stamped the date on the photo. You are a daredevil.
Oh, I do it every single time.
Oh, really?
Yep, every
I
single
would
time,
be,
every single one.
I mean, I'm assuming you're using something like Stays On or something like that, so it doesn't
Yep.
smear, but I would be, knowing me, I would probably still manage to make it smear somehow.
So if you get it quick enough and you don't have matte photos, you can wipe it off and then redo it. But you have to be like
Oh,
on it.
yeah, yeah,
So
very
I guess
cool.
I put my date in my journaling on this one. It's the first line there. And
Yeah,
then I stamped my date on this one down here on this card. I'll
yep,
zoom in for you.
yep. Looks good. That's what I usually do, is usually add it somewhere on the journaling or
Mhm.
on the cardstock itself. But yeah, I like the idea of actually putting it on a photo, especially if you have negative space where there's nothing in anyways. So yeah, very cool.
Yep.
That's
So I tried to
pretty.
do it in the lower left or lower right. So then every time I look at a layout, that's where my eye goes to first. So I try
Right.
to be consistent. But in this layout, you can see I covered all of the corners. So I had to find a different spot.
Right. Now, are those poinsettias, are they stickers or are they dimensional?
So they're a little bit dimensional. They're from Hobby Lobby. And so they're layered paper.
Oh,
And then
very
they've got
cool.
beads in the center.
Those are pretty. I really like those. Hobby Lobby, hey?
Yep. So this was that Hearth and Home, I think, from Simple Stories. This was the front side and this is the back side of the
Yeah.
paper.
That works really well with the china cabinet or whatever in the background. It just coordinates perfect.
Yep, that's my French provisional china cabinet that I'm really, I love it. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. And then I even used one of those 3D embellishments that we had talked about.
Oh, yeah.
You can
Okay.
see there's
Yeah.
some dimension to it. So
Yeah.
what I tended to do is there's 4 layers. I used 3 of them. I used the background, the one above it, and then the furthest one that would be forward. And I would use the
Oh, okay.
thickest 3D foam on the first layer and then my thin 3D foam on the third layer.
Oh, that's fantastic. You thought 4 layers would just be too much.
Yeah. Yep.
Very cool.
And then my last layout is the one with my great grandma and her nutcrackers. So I
Oh,
ended up using those 3D embellishments again. You can see
where did you get those again?
from my local scrapbook store. They're just 3D push out, I think is what they're called. Yep, 3D
Oh,
push out.
they're gorgeous. They would be great on cards as well.
Way to take away the surprise, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then I added another one. So this one is actually the 3rd layer. And so I use the 1st, 2nd, and 4th layer. This is the 3rd layer. And I was just
cool.
able to use it as an embellishment.
That's awesome. So you still were able to use everything. That's fantastic.
Yep. Sorry about the ring light, guys.
Well, it is what it is. We're high tech over here. The fact that you have a ring light is impressive.
Well, this lighting situation is serious. It's hard to do.
Yes, it is.
So I have a lot of embellishments left. Let's go through that first. So they're kind of just all on this piece of paper, but that whole paper is covered. And then my scraps, I'll just put back in my Christmas supply,
Yeah.
They're 6x8.
Yeah, you've got some good sizes there still that are quite functional.
Yep. And then for cards, so what I did a long time ago is Michael's hadn't sold all of their basic cards yet. So I have 5x7 bases. And I've got like 3 packs of these. So that is my plan for the next several years because I don't send as many as you do. But so I just used
that's perfect.
embellishments on top, glued them right on.
Yep, that's perfect.
And then I did use one of the dimensional Santas.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yep.
But he's not 2-dimensional, so he's okay. But
you did good. You did good for someone who doesn't make a lot of cards. That's fantastic. They're just mini scrapbook pages without photos. That's all.
Sure.
Well, especially if you're using, I was gonna say, especially if you're using like ephemera and stuff like that. Like it's really just similar design principles, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, you did good.
Well, thank you. Well, that is Christmas in July, what I got done and what Melanie got done. So let's talk about what's next month. So next month is August, which means there's a whole bunch of school supplies that are going on sale because school is starting soon. And we thought we would talk about organization. So Melanie, do you have any idea what you're going to talk about?
Well, you all know I love organizing my supplies. My organization videos tend to be the most popular. So I think most of our viewers love organizing too. But to be honest, I haven't specifically thought about what I wanted to talk about. Have you?
So we're probably going to do a room tour in my case because I recently redid my whole setup. And so I thought it'd be fun to share.
That's a great idea. I know a couple of people have been asking me for an updated room tour because they're expecting that I have all this space from all this purging I've been doing. Unfortunately, my room is still in a state of flux, if you want to call it that. So I don't think a room tour is going to be up for me. But for those of you that are watching, leave a comment below what you think I should cover as a topic. I'd like to see what you guys are interested in, and Nikki and I can have a chat about whatever that is.
And don't forget, today is the day that I'm going to announce the winner for my giveaway. So I will cut to that real quick and we'll say goodbye. So thank you so much, Melanie.
Thank you, Nikki. It was fun. I'm glad that you decided to, play along with me, even though I was kicking you, dragging you, kicking and screaming. I think you got some great projects done and you got a few cards finished. So hopefully you felt that it was well worth it.
It was. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.